Plaintiff Fallon Mercado says she and the defendant are friends who live in Las Vegas, and she claims the defendant's life is like the movie The Hangover. Fallon claims the defendant often gets blackout drunk, and once he got sick all over Fallon and her purse as a result of his excessive drinking. Fallon's suing for motorcycle repairs. Defendant Jason Buckley admits that when he was younger, he did a lot of stupid stuff, but insists he now only gets blackout drunk twice a month. Jason admits that he damaged Fallon's motorcycle, but doesn't believe he should have to pay for it.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Okay, we're all friends from Las Vegas, Nevada. Have you ever seen the movie The Hangover?
Yeah.
You have? Movie. Okay, so you've seen how it's funny, but there's the guys who go out, have a crazy night. The next day, they wake up, babies in the room, tigers, craziness going on. Well, this is how Jason's life is on a daily basis. He is the party guy. I mean, back in high school, he wasn't like this. We all were in technical theater together. He was kind of...
Maybe he's just acting.
I don't know.
You all were in theater?
A few years. I don't think it's an act anymore.
Go ahead.
From high school, though, he's a twin. He was more of like the nerdier twin who was really involved with technical theater, pursued it even into his career later, which I met him after high school, or not met him, but ran back into him. I lived at a townhouse with 2 roommates, and he came to a party that we had. Next day, everyone's gone except for him. He's passed out on my couch like a caveman, just drooling everywhere, scruffy, half undressed. I'm like, what is going on here? So I'm like, Jason, get up, go home. So he leaves, but he keeps coming to parties with friends. We all start hanging out more. Then it brings me to another incident where we all go to the Golden Nugget pool. It has a shark tank that has a slide. Like, it's a lot of fun. We did that every day for the whole summer of 2008.
That's enough about the Golden Nugget. They don't buy commercials.
I know, right?
Come on, how nice this slide is. I don't know anything about it.
Well, I was going there every day with my friends, and they're also coworkers of mine. I was an office manager, so we were in a line of business. We all had respect for each other. I told him, if you come, we're underage, they're all older, they're bringing alcohol. If
So
you
what
drink,
happened?
like within an hour, my friend comes up to me, hey, go check your friend Jason. Passed out on a lawn chair, completely drunk. I'm like, Jason, get up. It's not even noon yet. You're ruining my whole day. I'm like, what are you doing? So I'm dragging him out. One of my roommates came with me. He's helping him walk out. We just get out of the pool area, and I'm standing next to a trash can. He turns around and projectile vomits all over me and my purse.
Did I throw up on you?
You threw up all over me. I should be suing you not only for this, but my
Let me
purse.
just say this, and then we'll move on, but I'm serious about this. The study concludes that the majority of American young adults drink too much, drink excessively. And let me tell you something. That's why you're being outcompeted by other young people in other countries. Because you all over here getting drunk all the time, excessively, passing out. I hear that so much. He drank till he passed out. Particularly these fraternities on college campuses. In a minute, other countries and their young people are going to have all the jobs, and you all going to wonder what happened. And they're going to say, while you all were getting drunk, we were getting tutored. Asian kids, just let me make an example. The Asian kids who my children went to school with, my kids come to me and say, Dad, all the Asian kids, they have to get tutoring. And we don't understand because they get all A's already. They get tutoring with all A's. And that's why America is number 19 in math and science achievement on tests. Richest country in the world, 19th in education. Everybody else studying, we out here partying. Go ahead, what other parties and falling out and blacking out you want to tell me about?
Also,
how many times you black out?
No, I'm a responsible drinker now that I'm of age. I have a 7-month-old, so
okay, good.
I do good with him. So
All
full-time mom. Okay,
I'm finished preaching. Let's get back to the fun.
Well,
Go ahead.
he also traveled the technical part of the Pussycat Dolls, so that also has crazy stories. I have pictures of him drinking.
Look at all this beer.
Now that's impressive. Can those Asian kids do that?
And I'm not going to act like my kids are angels. My son, Greg, I go into his dorm room or his apartment. He's a senior in college at Michigan. I go into his apartment, same thing. Souvenirs of liquor bottles, him and his 3 roommates. And I know his three roommates aren't the only ones drinking and falling out. So, Greg, I want you to know, I know what time it is. You're not fooling me. All right, let me hear some background from you before we get into the motorcycle repairs.
Well, you know, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of stupid stuff, and every once in a while I still do it. But, you know, now I have a job, and, you know, I'm a lighting designer for concerts and events and mainly bands and stuff like that.
So you hanging out with the rock stars now?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So every once in a while we do something stupid, you know, and some of those pictures, that's obviously what they were.
What about the stuff she's talking about? All this falling out, blacking
my
out.
My friend Araceli, my
Vegas.
witness.
Pardon?
She
blacks
also
out
has
too?
stories from hanging out with him because we're all mutual friends. She also
You
has.
black out too?
No,
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I might drink a little bit too much, but, you know.
Black out. How often do you black out?
Twice a month.
And, sir, that's dangerous, number one. That's dangerous. People die from alcohol poisoning for drinking
sir.
excessively and blacking out. Lord have mercy. Twice a month, sir. Let me hear from you. State your name. Then we're going to get to the motorcycle. State your name.
my name is Araceli.
What do you want to tell me?
I've been friends with Jason since 5th grade, and he's just always, he's kind of not all there. I'm not sure he knows he's in court today. He just was trying to party last night, and I'm not sure if he might be a little hungover now.
Okay.
We were at a party, and Jason's usually the first one drunk, and at this point in the party, he couldn't walk. He was crawling around, yelling my name.
This is depressing. Let's get to the motorcycle
Yeah.
repairs. $4,000 for motorcycle repairs. How does he owe you?
Okay, pretty
Before
much.
he started getting drunk, crawling around in here. What?
2008, when we were all hanging out around this time, I had a motorcycle, Kawasaki 250. The 250 was a good starter bike. That's why I purchased it. My roommates rode the bigger ones, and so I was ready to upgrade after less than a year of riding it. Well, I told him about how I was interested in probably selling it, and he was like, oh, that would be perfect for me, great gas, everything. So he was like, you know, I'll take it off your hands. I can pay you for a few months, and then I get a great bonus from my job. So I was like, okay, you know, we've been hanging out. I knew you from high school. I was like, you know, I like to believe that people say things and follow through with them because that's how I am. So he paid me $150 when I handed the bike and my motorcycle helmet over to him. I said I would keep the insurance on it till he paid me off. He was listed as a driver, so he didn't, because he couldn't, it wasn't registered in his name. I was not going to sign a title over to someone who did not pay me. So then.
And he hasn't paid you yet, obviously.
Exactly.
All right, sir, let me hear from you.
Well, when I bought the motorcycle and whatnot, she told me that she was going to get the insurance paperwork and whatnot. I never received any paperwork, so therefore I never paid for the motorcycle at all.
Okay. Did you give it back?
Yes.
You gave the motorcycle back?
Yes, but
After a year of a ring around of me trying to get a hold of him.
And obviously there were things wrong with it.
He dropped the bike. I wasn't there. He didn't file a claim. He didn't tell me he dropped the bike. A year later, I finally get in touch because he runs into
What
her.
type
And she's
of
my
damage
friend.
did he do to the...
I have the pictures. He damaged the handle. It was undrivable. The handlebars on the left side were broken off completely. I had to replace those myself just to make the bike drivable in this
I
time
see it.
period. I have 4 witness statements right here from the service guy, my cousin, my friend, my boyfriend who was there.
Okay, let me have those, please, Dawn.
There you go.
Sir, did you damage the bike while it was in your possession?
yes, I did.
All right. Why don't you think you should pay?
Because technically I never actually owned the motorcycle.
I know,
you know.
but you caused the damage.
Yeah.
What about that part? Who should pay for the damage?
Well, I mean, technically at this point I had borrowed the bike, so.
You borrowed the bike and you wrecked it. And you damaged it, so who should pay? You're right, he's not all there. Judgment for the plaintiff. He doesn't understand. You might be right. He doesn't know he's here. $4,035. Somehow he's confused as to who should pay for damages that he caused. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
before, probably still after. I just wish you would have handled it differently so we didn't have to be here today to do this. And I just hope that you don't do this to anyone else in the future.
Well, I do regret doing everything that I've done, and hopefully I'll never do it again. So.